Used to be dead down. House like jet now. We don't play radio. Don't master flicks now.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy CrayG and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm actually going to be comparing drifting in Need for Speed Heat versus drifting in Need for Speed 2015. Now, I already know a lot of you guys already have your answer set, but we're going to kind of compare the different aspects of drifting when it comes to both of these games as far as performance setup and tuning and just physics in general. So before we get into this video, make sure you guys drop a like and hit that sub button if you've been enjoying the content on the channel, man. Road to 50K. Let's get it, man. All right, so let's get into the video. So I'm gonna start with Need for Speed Heat first, and for that reason is because I'm already on the game, so I might as well start with this game first, and I want to show you guys the differences in the tuning and the performance and everything. So first thing I'm gonna go to is the live tuning menu. Now, I don't think Need for Speed 2015 had live tuning because I've been playing 2015 a little bit and I don't see any kind of live tuning menu. So no, I don't think Need for Speed 2015 had a live tuning menu, so there's a difference right there. But as you can see here, this is pretty much the only tuning when it comes to drifting. This is the only type of tuning outside of ride height and camber and all of that stuff. So you have steering sensitivity, you have downforce, traction control, and drift style, and that's it for the tuning. That's it for tuning when it comes to how you want your car to handle in Need for Speed Heat. As far as the tuning goes, that's it. Now, if we take a look at our performance, you can see we have, of course, our engine, upgrades, which include crankshaft, ECU, cooling, exhaust, turbo, and nitrous. And that's it for the engine. Let me say that again. That's just crankshaft, ECU, cooling, exhaust, turbo, and a nitrous system. This is what also changes around your performance when it comes to drifting. You have your suspension, your brakes, your tires, and your chassis. Then you have your drivetrain, which includes your clutch, gearbox, and differential. Now, those things are what give you the ability to drift or to, practice drifting in this game. Honestly, in my opinion, when it comes down to physics in Need for Speed Heat, after going back and playing Need for Speed 2015, I do feel like the physics have taken a huge step up, of course, because it's, this is 2019 and there's Need for Speed 2015 was in 2015. So obviously the physics are going to be better. And the fact that Need for Speed 2015 doesn't have gas to drift, where you can just tap the gas, let go, and you can drift so smoothly like this, I think that's what kind of hurt it, because then you had to rely on mainly your e-brake to initiate and the regular brake, which I wasn't having any luck with when I was trying to drift. I didn't really have much luck initiating just with the regular brake in Need for Speed 2015. I think brake to drift really broke out in Payback. But in 2015, I felt I had to really initiate with the e-brake, and then mainly using the e-brake that just kind of slingshots you out of the corner. It acts as if, like, in some cases, a nitrous boost. You just kind of get slingshotted out of the corner like you're on the end of a rubber band. You know what I mean? But as you can see in Need for Speed 2015, the drifting is really smooth. It's crispy. You can transition a lot better. There's more throttle control. Throttle control helps a lot more. You can maintain drifts for longer around certain corners. That's also another thing that I had a problem with in Need for Speed 2015, was actually maintaining a drift. I don't know if you guys saw my gameplay or part 4 of the Need for Speed 2015 series that we've been doing on the channel, but that whole episode was just full of drifting. And to be honest, man, I could not get a feel for it. I couldn't hold corners very long at all. It just wasn't working out for me. So this is pretty much drifting in Need for Speed Heat. We're gonna switch over to Need for Speed 2015 and show you the differences. All right, guys, so we are now on Need for Speed 2015. And as you can see, I'm in this beautiful Hashiroku, man. So, and then there's my Supra in the background, a car that's not on Need for Speed Heat, first of all, but let's not get into that, Cray. This is about drifting. Okay, so the very first thing that I wanna get to is the handling tuning. Now, granted, like I said, this game doesn't have live tuning, so I can't do this outside the garage. But if you go to the tuning menu, you have one side that says drift and one side that says grip for your handling style. Look at all of these things that you can customize. So we're gonna go down the list. You have front tire pressure, rear tire pressure, non-existent on Need for Speed Heat. Steer response, you have that. Steer range, non-existent. Braking drift assist. You can technically say that this is drift style when it comes to gas or brake. I don't know. It says braking drift assist on increases the possibility to initiate a braking drift, and turning this off decreases the possibility to initiate a braking drift. So actually, maybe if I was to turn this on, I would drift with the brake a little bit better. So I guess you could say brake to drift was actually prominent if you had this setting turned on. Also, you have drift stability assist, which is traction control essentially. You have launch control. Launch control enables stability controls when taking off, reducing fisttailing and wheel spin. This is non-existent in Need for Speed Heat. Launch control would be perfect for drag racing or anything like that. Differential, which is actually on a tuning menu, and you can purchase a differential when it comes to performance parts, and then you can tune if you want it fully locked or open. There's not just different types of differentials like showcase differential, drift differential, race differential. It's actually how you want to tune it. So if you want to fully lock your diff, you can. If you want to leave it open, you can. And I like that aspect from 2015. I like the fact that they had this much of an in-depth tuning menu because it gave us more options, and it made our tunes more unique. You know what I mean? And then if we go down, we also have downforce, which is in Need for Speed Heat. That's the one thing they pulled from this. You have brake strength. Now this is a main thing for me. Brake strength makes all the difference in transitions and initiating drifts. So it says strong brakes lock the wheels earlier, producing slip, which can encourage drifting. That means if you loosen the brakes a little bit, it's not, it won't lock the wheels as much, and it's more for racing. So you want the softest brakes to kind of, get through those turns easily. But when you're drifting, you want to be able to hit that brake and lock your tires. Now they have a brake bias to where you can move it to the rear or to the front. This is another thing. These are more things that are just non-existent in Need for Speed Heat, and I'm not understanding why they decided to take all of these things out the game. A majority of this stuff wasn't even in Payback. And then you have your tire traction and your handbrake strength. This is what I was meaning when I would say that in Need for Speed 2015, you were given the ability to tune the strength of your handbrake to help with better transitioning between drifts and better initiations without just swinging your car all the way out. This is what I was talking about. And then you have spring stiffness, sway bars, and then you can tune your nitrous and then turn your manual gears on and off, which I'm on manual. All of these things that are available for us to tune in Need for Speed 2015 are literally non-existent in Need for Speed Heat, and I'm not sure why. I don't know why they went that route, but they did it. If we go into the performance parts here, so we can see we're able to upgrade our air filter, cooling system, intake manifold, fuel system, forced induction, which is turbos and superchargers and all that, electric system, ignition, ECU, engine block, camshaft, cylinder heads, exhaust manifold, exhaust system, clutch, nitrous system. Look at all that stuff. Look at all these things rather than just in Need for Speed Heat. What was it in Need for Speed Heat? Just crankshaft, ECU, cooling, and exhaust. And that was it. In Need for Speed 2015, we have our air filter, cooling system, intake manifold, fuel system, forced induction, electric system, ignition, ECU, engine block, camshaft, cylinder heads, exhaust manifold, exhaust system, clutch, nitrous system. And then you have your suspension, your differential, your tires. So they have semi-adjustable differential, and then fully adjustable differential lets you or gives you the ability to fully customize the differential on the tuning chart. So if you want to go fully locked or, fully unlocked, you can do that. You have your tires, and they had drift tires here, grip tires, drift tires, grip tires, drift tires, and it keeps going up in rarity. So once you get to elite, you have elite grip, you have elite drift. Simple as that. There weren't tires, race tires, drift tires, showcase tires, off-road tires, speed cross tires. You know what I mean? It just it confuses the whole system rather than importing this whole performance and tuning system into Need for Speed Heat, into what the game is now. I feel like that would have brought a way better, what's the word I'm looking for? It would have brought a better outcome. The game would be more enjoyable when it comes to tuning and performance and all of that. So, and then we also have our brakes here, our handbrake, which we can purchase a new handbrake, a fully adjustable handbrake. These things are just non-existent in Need for Speed Heat, and I don't know why, man. Sway bars, air filter. Oh, okay, so we go back to the air filter, cooling system, and all of that. Look at all of those things that we're able to customize. That is crazy. And even going into regular customization, when we go down to the stance, so we know in Need for Speed Heat, right? you can customize your ride height and then your camber in the front and the rear. And that's it, right? On this tuning for the suspension, you have your ride height, and then you have your ride height rake for drag builds. If you want to take it more high up in the rear or lower down in the front, you can do that. You have your track width of your tires, so you can make your tires wider in the front and in the rear. We don't have that option in Need for Speed Heat. And then you have your camber right here. So I never understood why all of these amazing things were just taken out of this game, man, and they weren't implemented into Need for Speed Heat. Now we're gonna go outside and we're gonna check out the physics. All of these beautiful things that are in the garage when it comes to tuning and all of that stuff, you would think the physics would be a little bit better and it would, you know, compensate for the amount of tuning that we're able to do. Now granted, the drifting wasn't horrible in this game, and my tune may not be the best tune, you know, but you can already see is when you, so let's see, if I go to third gear and I initiate a drift, right? So if I hit my e-brake and I initiate, look how it just kind of look how it just slingshots me in the direction that I'm turning when cause I have to hold the e-brake for a small second and then get back on the gas. Look at that. I just get slingshotted to wherever I'm trying to go. And I feel like that's not really smooth when it comes to drifting. And it's hard for me to hold a certain angle as well. Like I said, I don't think there's any live tuning menu or anything that you can do outside of the garage, which I'm trying now, and I don't see any. Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of live tuning menu. So you just have the in garage tuning, and you have these physics that are pretty clunky, and it's like, and if I hit the e-brake, it just swings me back to the other side and like kind of locks me in. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's clunky. That's that magnetic feeling that we all hated and that we all wanted to get away from. Look, as you can see, I'm initiating the drift and I just get slingshotted around the corner wherever I'm, woo, shit. So wherever I'm trying to go, the e-brake works as like a clutch kick in a sense, because I gain so much speed. Look at that. Let's see. So, oh God, Amy, leave me alone. Let's see what speed we can enter a corner in and then leave the corner. So let's see. We're entering this corner around 70 miles per hour. Oh, that was a fail. Okay. Entering this corner around 60. If we would have downshifted, we probably would have left at a bigger speed, but you guys can see what I'm talking about. If I slow down, look at how much speed I gain around that corner. And I think that's why these mechanics kind of were the demise of 2015, you know. But that is pretty much the difference between Need for Speed 2015 drifting and Need for Speed Heat drifting. I appreciate you guys for watching the video, man. You guys comment down below what pieces of 2015 you would take and put into Need for Speed Heat, and vice versa. What pieces of Need for Speed Heat you would put into 2015 to make 2015 a better game. Now, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.